What to do? We are live from the bubble. Joshua Adam, William Arthur with Reeve, Tenna Hove as we get ready for the Briercrest Clippers to take on the women of Troy. The SAIT Trojans were just moments away from tip-off. Reese, what are you looking for from the women?
Honestly, I think our Trojan girls need to just step up quickly. Briercrest is 8 points ahead of them in the Southern Division standings. So by getting that head start, hopefully they can maintain that through the rest of the game.
Absolutely. Just one loss for the women Clippers. It's going to be a tough one for the Trojans. Will they be able to find their third victory of the season? Let's go for the tip-off. It's going to be exciting action. See you on the broadcast. And we start off. Nice drive to the lane. And gets it to go. And the Trojans get on the board early on. Macy Mulholland, who's been one of the more influential scorers for this women's team. And now we'll see the Briercrest offense, and the Trojans get the steal to start off. It's Brooke Baker coming ahead, going up strong. Can't get the layup, but she's fouled by Brooklyn Martins. Martins, a veteran in the ACAC and on this Briercrest Clippers squad. She's been with this team for 4 years from Canport, Saskatchewan. And the Trojans will look to really try to get off here with some quick free throws, some good defense to start them off, Reese.
Oh, absolutely.
So Brooke Baker at the line, averaging over 20 points a game so far. She has been the motor for the Trojans to rely on.
For sure. It's so important to have those people that you can rely on this heavily, especially a team that's going maybe not the strongest in the standings. Having those strong players is just so important.
Yeah, the Trojans' ACL injuries have overtaken them, and they started off the season, and they've had to go with what they've had. Like I said, it's a tough one here going against the 6-1 Clippers. Now going down in the paint, trying to find some room in the corner. Good ball movement for the Clippers. Now they're going to go for the tray, and knocks down the 3 points. Madison Beatty gets on the board with the first 3 and points of the game for the Clippers. And the Clippers come back on the other side and get a steal. That right there was Sunderland getting the steal. It's a log jam at the top of the ACAC South Division, and the Clippers making the road trip from Sask, trying to pick up 2 wins here in Calgary against this SAIT Trojans team. And it'll be interesting just with the way the Trojans are as they're building their new arena. So tonight's home game will be here in the bubble, and then tomorrow will be at the Jack Simpson. So 2 different courts for both these teams. There's a missed shot there for Brooklyn Martins. And now led ahead here by the Trojans. Trying to find something inside, and then gets stolen away from Ava Curl. She loses the ball. And now back in the attack come the Clippers. There's a jumper. Good! Knocked down. And that's Brooklyn Martins getting on the board for the first time. Picked up the early foul, but comes right back and finds her first bucket. Now the Trojans will reset up their offense. Macy Mulholland, who got the scoring started for them, gives it to Ava Curl. She goes for the 3. Just a bit off on that one right there. And back comes Briercrest. Setting up the offense right now is Dory Sunderland. Gets it to Martins, who we already saw get a bucket in this one. She's driving, goes up under, can't get the shooter's roll to go. Anir Wall gets the rebound and leads it up. Gives it to Brooke Baker, the leading scorer on this Trojan squad. Passed ahead. Here's Anir Wall. She goes in. She's fouled, and she'll get a chance to shoot 2. So far, the Trojans have done a good job of being aggressive and getting themselves to the line.
Absolutely, yeah.
And that's what you're going to have to do against a team like this Briercrest team, Reese. You want to try to get them in foul trouble and make them have some quick subs like we've seen right here. Get some of their better players into that foul trouble, make them sit a little longer on the bench, although this is a deeper Briercrest team.
And I think it's just a matter if the Trojans can stay in Briercrest zone here.
Near Wall gets that one to go, despite some distractions on the sideline. Ball stays with the Briercrest squad. I mentioned Briercrest 6-1 this year. Get it down low to Martins. Martins trying to find some room off the glass, 4-2, and Martin's now 2 buckets so far for her as she continues her scoring path. Ava Curl in the backcourt trying to get it out. Heavy press by Briercrest, but they're able to get it out. It's Cormier who has it. Cormier trying to find someone. She gets it to Baker. Shot clock now to 10. Here's Mulholland. Gets it back. Curl for 3. No, yes! No and yes! Bounces out, bounces back in. Nice tray from Ava Curl.
Love to see it.
Yes, you do. You love to see it. You'll take the shooter's role right there. Tight defense right there. Passed it back out. Here's Fickner. Fickner trying to find some room. Pass it back out to Dirksen. And the ball goes back to the Trojans as they're building up some momentum and doing it on the defensive side of the ball. Ball passed ahead. Nice drop of a dime there by Ava Curl finding Vanessa Cormier. High arching pass. And the Trojans doing a good job right now, leading 11-7. See what Briercrest has back here for an answer. Metzger Shefowicz passes it off to Dirksen. Ball's lost. It stays with Briercrest, but only 5 seconds left on the shot clock. So a quick shot will be needed here for Briercrest right now. Trailing so far in this one by 4 to the Trojans. Shot clock tipping down. They go down inside. Martins can't get it. Rebound shot. Who wants it? And Baker gets on another defensive stand by the women of Troy. Passed ahead to Macy Mulholland. Mulholland trying to find some room. Dishes it off to Baker. Baker going downhill. Pass it back. Curl fakes off the 3. She tried to get it in there. Stolen away. Picked up there. Baker's shot is missed. And then rebounded by Ellis. Now Briercrest will get charged with a double-double as Ellis gets a little bit too high on that one, and it'll be a timeout for the Briercrest Clippers. You were watching ACAC basketballs. The Trojans, well, there's going to be a sub, excuse me, not a sub, not a timeout, a sub, as we're getting all back and forth here, Reese.
Happens to the best of us.
One of those subs in now for the Trojans is Cartmel. And she goes downhill. Cartmel with a jumper, no good. Pass back out. Here's Macy Mulholland. 3-ball! Macy Mulholland knocks down the tray. And now we will have a timeout for the Briercrest Clippers as they trail 14-7, 5:40 left here in the first. You're watching ACAC basketball on ACAC TV. So what I do too, after basketball, I'll take like a 5-second pause. Yep. So if you want to add something, go ahead, and if not, I'll just continue.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you.
But and if you have any questions, Reese, just ask. So right now, any other questions, ask. You obviously know what a 3 is. You know what fouls are, right?
Yes.
Okay. Anything else?
Honestly, I think just during the intermission, I'm going to look up my terminology. That's why I've had issues with switching sports. I use the wrong terminology.
Yeah, and I will use a few like street ball terminology. So for 3-pointer, I'll say a tray. Yeah. And if they pass, it's called a dime.
Okay.
Because back in the court, they used to like have only dimes, so they couldn't afford basketball.
Okay.
So I'll use some of those terminology just to not go too over your head and have you too lost.
No worries. I appreciate it. Thanks, man.
No worries. So we head back here. 5:40 left here in the first. There'll be one timeout now left for Briercrest. And obviously needed a reset. Trojans came out and gave him a big punch in the mouth.
Absolutely, and we're going to see Briercrest come back hot here.
See what the call is here. No basket on it. And have a foul down low. So Brooke Baker gets the foul. That's her first foul. And ends. She's checked in the game, guarded heavily right there by Liebert. Shot clock winding down. Can they get a shot up? They do. Can't get it. Rebound And now here comes Cartmel. And she immediately gives it to a near wall. Back to Macy Mulholland, mid-range J. Mulholland can't get the shot to go. And now back on the attack come Briercrest off that timeout, trying to find some answers here. Sunderland with a nice drop of dime, but then can't be finished underneath, and the ball will go back to the SAIT Trojans.
Yeah, they're a good shot, but just not quite making it in that net.
No, you saw the vision right there, but unfortunately not able to get it.
Need a little bit more than a vision.
So Trojans trying to gain their lead up a little bit more. A little bit of a soft press right now from the Clippers. Baker gets trapped in it, and it almost works there, and it does work because they get 8 seconds. So they get this soft press there and get the 8-second violation. Ball will go back to the Briercrest Clippers. So Briercrest, that's the first time we've really seen them flex their defensive muscle and get a turnover. We'll look to do a few more of that, but can they get the scoring result on the other side? Sunderland, wide open look, no one guarding Sunderland, and she just walks in and gets 2. That was almost tipped, now passed ahead. Here's the near wall. Leaner in the lane, can't get it to go.
Oh, just barely.
Just a tough luck miss there. Here's Wells, looking down low, trying to forward Jordans. Can't get it to her. More tough defense from the women of Troy. Now passed ahead. Here's Baker. Baker passes it in the corner. Mid-range Jave. Macy Mulholland can't get it, but there's a rebound, and out come the Trojans. Baker. Pass it down to Wall. Wall fakes off. Fadeaway Jay can't go down. Back-to-back misses there for the Trojans. Passed ahead. Inside to Wells. Wells passes it in the backcourt as they'll reset up the offense. Sunderland goes under. Can't get it to go. The ball will stay with Briercrest as full subs come in for Briercrest and 2 for the Trojans. Briercrest is getting the luxuries, but right now the rim and the net is not playing friendly with them.
It is not.
Ball impounded, and Briercrest trying to find their offense right now. Having a tough time right now, shooting 4 at 10, and that one doesn't help the percentage there as the ball goes back to the women of Troy. And they'll bring in another sub, will the Trojans, as it's 14-9 with 3:31 left here. Fouls are 2 for Briercrest to 1 for the Trojans. Baker, who I seemingly haven't seen sub off all quarter, try to get it ahead there to Macy Mulholland, but a little bit over Mulholland's head, and the ball goes back to Briercrest. So about under 3.5 now left here, 3:24. Passed inside, Martins look for the three ball for Melissa Ellis. She knocks down the tray and has her first bucket, and now the Clippers are in double digits. Passed ahead to Baker. Baker whipped it across to Macy Mulholland. She goes for the mid-range J and can't get it to go. Fight for it underneath. The ball will go back to Briercrest. Trojans are getting good looks, but just not able to capitalize on them right now.
Substitution for the Trojans, number 3, Emily Cartmel.
And Emily Cartmel will check back in for the Trojans. Martins will bring it up. Martins trying to find some room. Nice pass inside. Hoop in the arm right there. Amber Fickner with a beautiful drop of dime from Martins has a chance to go to the line and earn one more. Free throw goes down, and just like that, Briercrest in the lead. Back to that soft press, seeing if they can catch the Trojans. Got an 8-second on it before. This time the Trojans are able to break it as Baker handles it. Cartmel, she's going to go for the 3. She can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Who wants it more? Trojans do get it, have life as the shot clock hits 14. Try to get it inside, pass back out. Macy Mulholland. Mid-range J for Macy Mulholland, and the Trojans get the lead back as they now lead 16-15. Martins brings it up. She has been a heartbeat of this offense in the first. She spins off in the lane, knocks it down. Beautiful spin cycle and finish by Brooklyn Martins. Cartmill gets trapped, tries to get it out. She does. Trojans break the press again. Inside. And a foul. And that'll leave Addison Liebert for a chance to go and shoot. And again, a full hockey-like sub for Briercrest. And Liberts will shoot. No points so far for Libert, trying to get the Trojans back a lead here. Trojans led by as much as 8 before Briercrest found themselves back in this one. And can't get that one to go, so the best the Trojans can hope for at this point is to tie the game up. And she converts, so tie ball game now. Monroe will sub in for the Trojans. Time winding down here, 1:46. Try to get inside there. Guarded by Pryor. Almost in the passing lane, stolen away, but nice crisp passes by Briercrest. Try to get the 3 to go down, but not able to convert. Macy Mulholland hounded, got a double team on her, trying to find some room. Gets it back out to Cartmill, whipped around to Baker. Baker goes up off the glass for 2. Brooke Baker, 4 points. Passed ahead is Evans. She tried to get it inside, stolen away, looked to be by Pryor. And now Cartmill leads it up. Time ticking away here in the first. Leads have gone back and forth on both sides. Trojans have held the biggest lead. Tough defense inside as Wells tries to knock it away. Trojans go inside. Mulholland gets denied down low by Durkinson. Outlet passed ahead. Eve Durkinson. She goes up, gets it to go. Beautiful pass inside, and Durkinson gets it to go for her first points. And we are under a minute now here in the first quarter. That press comes back again. Pryor gets it passed ahead. Gets it back. Cartmill was going to line up for a 3, but tight D doesn't let her have it. Gets it inside. Beautiful drop of a dime by Brooke Baker, finding Essie Pryor. And the Trojans add 2 more. Then going downhill, walking in, and a miss there by Dory Sunderland, but she had all the room to knock down that one. There's a bounce pass inside. Nice patience and finish there by Monroe. And that will do it at the end of the first quarter. A back and forth quarter as the Trojans lead 23-19. You're watching ACAC basketball on ACAC TV. Trojans come into the quarter with a lead and will
Trojans
try to
started the ball in
maintain
the
it.
second
Briercrest
quarter.
was able to come
They're
back.
up 23-19.
See if they do it again.
And this is just what I said earlier, Josh. It's all about the Trojans getting ahead quick.
Yeah. Have to stay ahead, and they've been doing a good job, too, with passing the ball. Ball's inside. Open look. Can't get that one to go down. Rebound by near wall. Near goes out of bounds when she rebounds that ball, so possession will go back to Briercrest. Pass down low. Tough foul there against Brooklyn Martins.
Fouls on Trojans, number 20, Essie Pryor.
Essie Pryor picking up the foul right there. Look at the three, passed off, goes up hard, can't get it to go. Passed ahead. Curl. Gets it back to Baker. Baker crossover. Shot clock winding down. In the lane. Near wall, can't get the go. Hits backside iron. Tries to get the second chance. And should go to the line and shoot a pair.
Fouls on Clippers, number 6, Melissa Ellis. At the line for 2, near wall.
Melissa Ellis will pick up the foul, and a near wall will shoot.
Wall makes 2 for 2, putting her team up 6.
Briercrest trying to answer back now to make 3 throws. Pass inside, stolen away. Here comes Baker downhill and finishes for 2. The defense intensity continues by the women as well.
8:35 left to go in the game in the quarter.
And another one right there in a steal.
27-19.
Finds Ava Curl. She fakes off, gets it back. Trying to look down low to a near wall. She does. Wall. Fadeaway Jay gets it to go. Near wall. And the Trojans really finding a rhythm right now. And then Ava Curl comes in, and you can't be going in for fouls like that. So Briercrest trying to find themselves in this one. Right now it's been all Trojans. Trojans have their biggest lead as they lead now by 10, 29-19. Here's a handoff to Martins, who has been an offensive spark for this team. She gets stuck, ball goes out, back to the Trojans. So the defensive prowess continues for the Trojans, and a bunch of subs going to come in for Briercrest again, as what we've seen for them of having these big hockey-like subs from Briercrest. Pass inside to Baker. Baker tried to thread it inside to Pryor. Wasn't able to get it, and Wells now going downhill. Crossover, spin, off the glass, can't get it to go. She gets it back, second chance for Wells, and she still can't get it. So 2 tough misses there by Wells, trying to find a spark for this Briercrest team, and not able to do it. Baker now holding off, passed it off. Here's a 3 ball, no good in the 3 there. Ava Curl really wanted to get this lead out a little bit more, and there's going to be a foul down low. Foul is going to go against Matza Shefkowitz. That'll be her second foul, so needs to keep an eye on her in foul trouble, and that's 3 fouls now for Briercrest in this one right now. So getting close to foul trouble are the Clippers. Inside, Mulholland. Shot clock a little bit lower on her, finds a nice crossover, dishes it off. Pryor, Jay, no good. Ball will go back to Briercrest. So right now, Reese, you're really just seeing this Briercrest team is all out of sorts, just not really define their flow in offense.
And you know what? I think that's why they're switching out their team so frequently here. They're just trying to refresh it, trying to find this combo that works, especially being so far behind on points.
Yeah. Well, especially when, you have some of those takes we've seen. How many times have we seen the Clippers go in there and they've had an open look for a layup or right underneath the basket even, and they haven't gotten that. And as an athlete, that'll always frustrate you, and then it starts to trickle down to the team. It's about kind of getting over that gap.
Just keeping their head in the game here and just putting what happened in the past behind them and focusing on the rest of the game.
So we'll see if the Clippers are able to do that. They go down low, a little give and go to the backcourt. Dishes it inside, and that'll get a chance to go to the line as Asia Wells will shoot here. Asia, as you were talking about, was one of the Briercrest women that had the two misses priorly, not for a lack of effort. And she'll try to go and knock two down here and get out of this double-digit lead the Trojans have. And again, an in and out. That's just been this side of the net for the Clippers and for Asia Wells the last few possessions. And she's able to knock down the second attempt. Ava Curl now. Pass it out to a near wall. Wall. Scouting the defense, seeing what she's got. And she's fouled. So 3 team fouls on each side now. 14 seconds on the shot clock. 6-1 run to start off this quarter for the Trojans. It's been a while, almost over 6 minutes since Briercrest has gotten a field goal. Ava Curl tried to go up and under and can't get that one to connect. Going downhill, and then a foul there will go against Ava Curl. That'll be her second. And again, Briercrest will go to the line and try to earn some points at the line. This will be Hannah Shefowitz. Gets it to go down. One more attempt at the line here. And nails both free throw attempts. Almost stolen there as Baker passed it out to Mulholland. She whips it across. Downhill, and a foul coming up as Libert will get a chance to go to the line and shoot a pair. Jordan's, that'll be her second foul. Libert, so far, has only gotten her points from the charity stripe. 1 up until this point, now 2 after making that one. And able to get that one to go down.
Well, with this being the Trojans and the Clippers' first game against each other this season, it's a little hard to predict where they're going to go with this game. And for little,
yeah, there's a
bit of a fall
clash
there.
midcourt. Yes, there is. And they're already in the bonus, so they'll be shooting. That one doesn't go down. Durkinson, 2 points so far in this one. And can't get a few more as the near wall gets the rebound. Passed ahead. Here comes Macy Mulholland bringing it down. Mulholland dishes it off. Baker. She goes up. She can't get it to go. Now a drive ahead for Briercrest. Nice take. Can't get it to go, though. Trojans trapped in the backcourt trying to find some room. Here's Baker. Dishes it off to a near wall. 10 seconds of the shot clock. Wall up, under, can't get it to go, and shoot a line and shoot a pair.
Full line substitution for the Clippers. We have 5:46 second quarter. Trojans lead 31-22.
See what you can do.
Yeah, sounds good. All right, starting off with Briercrest here. Making the way down the court. Coming in fast, but just not being able to keep hold of that ball. Switching over to the Trojans. And that is Baker. Was Baker with the ball. And just not quite being able to hold on to it once again. All right.
Timeout called by the Trojans. They lead 31-22, 5:16 left to go in the second quarter.
We're just going to see how these teams collect themselves here. It looks like there's been there has been quite a few shots, but just not a lot of getting it into the hoop. And with SAIT being 9 points ahead, Briercrest is likely going to come in, swoop in, do their best to get it ahead once again. We'll just have to see if the Trojans let them. All right, returning from this timeout here. Nice one over. Coming in fast. Nice pass. Up. Not quite making it. Briercrest is fast, coming in on her feet. Just missing the hoop once again. Right. Baker just trying to figure out where to go from there. Passing over the wall. Back round. Oh! And just off the rim there, bouncing up and not into the hoop. Back for the Briercrest. Pass across court. Up and over.
Fouls on Trojans, number 10, Amir Wool, the third personal. At the line for two for the Clippers, number 6, Melissa Ellis. Substitutions for the Trojans, number 16, Rachel Monroe. 4:22 left to go in the second quarter.
All right. Ellis with the ball here. Little chatter with the refs. And there she goes. Not quite making it in the hoop. All right. And there she goes. Resuming play here. Pass over. Nice, bring that back around center of the court into the Clipper zone. Once again, just trying to figure out what to do. Nice pass. Back round over. Falling a little short there to the side. Back over to Briercrest. Around Coming in hot. All right. Barnes with the ball. Just gearing up here. One more shot in the net. And not making it.
And that's been the problem for them, Reese. They've been able to get to the line, but they keep on splitting opportunities like that.
And we've seen that quite a bit the last few minutes. Not a whole lot of making that ball into the net.
So here's Baker now, gets it down to Macy Mulholland. Mulholland can't get it to go. Nice rebound down low. But then goes out of bounds. You like the effort, what you see right there, but when you get that rebound, Reese, you got to bring it in a little bit stronger.
Absolutely, yeah.
So now bringing it ahead. Briercrest trying to chip away here. Here's a three ball. That will help. No. In and out. Ball goes out. It stays with Briercrest, but just not the shooting day they would hope for. They're 8 of 23, but I guess so are the Trojans. The key is the free throws right now. 5 of 11 for Briercrest in this one, just shooting 45% when they've been able to get to the line.
And that's the issue. We saw that quite a bit the last few, where Briercrest was just not able to make it in.
Yeah, when you get those free opportunities to the line, too, you got to make them count.
And that has been their biggest downfall during this quarter.
SC Pryor will check back in here. They're going to go to that press again. Cameron gets it over. She gets it down low to SC Pryor. Pryor dishes it back off in the corner. Here's a long 2. That one overshoots. Now back for Briercrest. Dished off. In the lane. And gets it to go down for 2. And now it's 25-31 as the Clippers chip away. Shot clock winding down here. Trojans trying to find another answer here. Gets it inside to Pryor from the pass from Macy Mulholland. Pass back out. Shot clock winding down. Dished off. Long shot, no good. Rebound by Pryor, so the shot clock resets for the Trojans. Cameron, crossover, is almost stolen away there. As 2 minutes now remain here, and a crazy sinklage right there. Kendall Evans hasn't scored, but she has definitely put an impact on the defensive side for Briercrest. Here's Macy Mulholland. Shot clock winding down on her. Gets it inside. Hoop in the arm right there. Vanessa Cormier off a beautiful dish from Macy Mulholland. And that's what happens there, Reese, when you're such a good player and bring the attention of the defense like a Macy Mulholland. They get a double team in her. Good vision, finds the pass. Trojans find 2 more.
And love to see it as well, with just not getting a whole lot. We've seen quite a bit of shots on net from both teams, but it looks like they're almost going quality over quantity. But seeing them come out of this and keep on moving through this game, good start for both, going for both of them, just like that.
Absolutely, there, and that's Asia Wells, and that's got to feel good for her to go down. And after having a few layups rattle out for her, she finally finds one right there. Now Baker going downhill, dishes it off. Can't get it to go. Second chance, yes! It's good for Brooke Baker, and that's 8 for Baker. Never gave up on the play. Dished in the corner. Here's a 3 ball. Not going to go down. Baker tries to fight for the rebound right there with Hope Jordans. And Multiple subs coming in here for Briercrest. Their possession off the jump ball. We're getting to the dying minutes here of the second. 1:09 left here. Briercrest getting a run here to take the locker room. A three would help. They're not going to get it though. Hits front side iron on the three-point attempt, but save the ball. Brooklyn Martins can't get it, but she's fouled. And Martins will get a chance to go to the line as she's fouled by Monroe. But this is where we talked about, Reese. They got to do a better job. They've been doing a good job at getting to the line, but shooting 5 of 11 at the line, 45%. Need to knock down some more of these free throws.
Absolutely, and these are the easiest points here.
Able to convert on that one. Martins with 7 now in this one. And able to connect on that one. So cuts into the Trojans' lead a little bit more. Baker in the backcourt. Gets it back to Macy Mulholland. And they're just trying to find something as this defense not letting them do much. Shot clock winding down. Mulholland throws up a wild shot, can't get it to go down. And the rebound by Wells before she ultimately gives it to Martins, who had Brooke Baker come in and try to get the steal right there. Pass inside to Sunderland. Tried to look for it down low. Up under. Can't get it to go there. But possession will stay with Briercrest. 17 seconds on the clock. Trying to get this down to a 2-possession lead for the Trojans. Feed it inside to Martins. She's double teamed. She just throws it up anyways. Can't get it to go. Baker. Controlling the tempo. She still has got a lot of shot clock. Could be the last shot of the quarter and half for the Trojans. And does a good job there. And she gets fouled by Ellis. That'll be Ellis's second foul. That'll be an opportunity now for Baker to head to the line and be the first player in double digits at this one, as she currently has 8. Baker can't get it to go, so now the Trojans now having a little bit of trouble at the line in their last few shots. And that one goes down for Baker. So 18 seconds left, shot clock turned off. Can Briercrest find something here?
Let's just see what they can do in such a short amount of time.
Yes, indeed. Time is ticking against them. They tried to feed it inside there to Martins. 3 seconds left here in the quarter. So a quick inbound and a quick shot is all you have time for. They do get it in. They get the shot and get it to go down. Dory Sunderland, 4 points for her. And we will go into the half as the Trojans lead this one 36-31. It's been an exciting one here. We will see you in 15. You and watching ACA's basketball on ACAC TV.
See you then.
Yeah. I get those goosebumps every time you come around, yeah. You lose my mind, you make everything feel fine. Worry about this time. I'm way too young, yeah. It's way too dumb, yeah. I get those goosebumps every time. I need the high, throw that to the side. I get those goosebumps every time, yeah. When you're not around, you throw that to the side. I get those goosebumps every time, yeah. 713, 321, yeah, I'm riding. Why they on me? Why they on me? I'm flying, sipping low key. I'm sipping low key and
At this time, we'd like to ask following Trojans athletes in attendance to come to the score table when their name or team is called for a special Trojans tribute. From the Trojans golf teams, ACAC All-Conference, Jenna Curry. ACAC All-Conference, Jaden Patel. ACAC All-Conference, Jake McGee. And with an ACAC Gold, the Trojans men's golf team. From the Trojans cross-country racing teams, ACAC All-Conference and ACAC Runner of the Year, as well as ACAC Gold, CCAA All-Canadian, and CCA Gold, McKenna Fitzgerald. ACAC All-Conference and ACAC Rookie of the Year, Sandra Schmidt. ACAC All-Conference, Kieran Marchand. ACAC All-Conference, ACAC Runner of the Year, ACAC Rookie of the Year, and ACAC Gold, Nathan Woyesa. And ACAC Team Gold, the Trojans Women's Cross Country Team. And the ACAC Team Gold and CCAA Team Bronze, Trojans Men's Cross Country Team. Fans, let's hear a big round of applause for our Trojans athletes and all their success this year. And now for a special tribute to our SAIT Trojans athletes who are getting ready to complete their studies and that as they graduate from their programs this calendar year. From the Trojans golf teams, from the School of Construction and the Architectural Technologies program, Jenna Curry. As well from the School of Construction and Architectural Technologies program, Kelsey Duggan. From the McPhail School of Energy Integrated Water Management Program, Jasmine Lowe. From the School of Business in the Bachelor of Business Administration, Jake McGee. As well in the School of Business Administration program, majoring in Financial Services, Jaden Patel. In the Advanced Digital Technology School, Radio Television Broadcast News program, Trey Smith. And from the School of Construction and the Geomatics Engineering Technology program, Jarrett Kress. From the Trojans cross-country racing teams, in the Health and Public Safety School, Diagnostic Medical Sonography program, McKenna Fitzgerald. And from the Manufacturing and Automation School and Mechanical Engineering Technology program, Kieran Marchand. Fans, let's hear a big round of applause for our Trojans athletes for their commitment to their studies and to their teams. Thank you, fans, and let's get ready for the second half of our game featuring the Briercrest Clippers against your own SAIT Trojans.
Coach Ant was more than ambitious, let's just say, with his squad.
Trojans beginning the third quarter with the ball. They lead 36-31.
With Briercrest so high up, much higher in the standings, only 2 points to the top there. And kind of falling behind here against the Trojans, which are significantly lower down point-wise.
Well, Briercrest, like you said, they come in 6-1. They are at the top of those ACAC standings right now, and they want to stay up top, right? And
oh, absolutely.
they come in and face a 2-6 team. Most of the time when you have those 6-1 teams, you never want to overlook a team.
And that's, I think, what we're seeing here. Coming, going, oh, maybe this will be an easy win, and Trojans putting up a bit more of a fight than these girls anticipated.
Indeed, and
there's a number 4, Ava Curl.
Foul right there on Ava Curl, and Ava has to be careful now. There's 3 fouls for her. Obviously, Reese, I know you're learning the game, so 5, you're out of here, more or less.
Oh, yeah.
So okay. Reese, we'll see Ava on the bench for a little bit. And good job there to start it off for Briercrest as they get on the board immediately. There's a steal. Goes down low, over the head right there of Sunderland.
Out of bounds, Trojans ball. 9:19 left to go in the third. Trojans up 3.
Trojans will inbound the ball. Passed ahead to Cormier.
It's going for Trojans.
Gets it to Anir, mid-range J, and Anir can't get it to go.
Not quite.
Shot was where she wanted to be, but just can't go down. And man, I gotta feel bad for Dory Sunderland, because I've seen multiple times where Dory Sunderland has just walked in there, been able to find a layup, but just can't knock it down.
Yeah, and that's a tough one.
Underneath, and there's a foul right there. So Fickner, who has 3 points, will get a chance to go to the line and shoot 2.
Fouls on Trojans, number 10, Anir Wall. Her third personal, team second.
Sub coming in here is S.E. Pryor will sub in.
S.E. Pryor. At the line for the Clippers, number 8, Amber Fickner.
That one goes down right there for Fickner. And Fickner able to get both of them to go down. We talked about the trouble they had with free throws, but good start here in the third.
Just under 9 minutes to go in the third.
Now meeting a press, need to get that ball over, and they barely get it. Passed off now, here's Mulholland. Nice crossover by Macy. Dips it off, get out of here! Big time denial by Amber Fickner. And that gets the bench up on that big time block.
So far, the Clippers have been stepping up their game just a little bit here. We'll just see how they can hold off for the rest of this quarter.
Finds Emily Cartmill. She hands it off. And another block. So back-to-back blocks now. It's a block party for Briercrest, and they can feel it all the way back in Saskatchewan. Whipped across. Up and off the glass. Can't get it to go. So S.E. Pryor try to get the ball here on this inbounds. Try to get a steal. She just picked up the last foul. And you see Bressy did try to go in, and she does create an opportunity for a turnover for the Trojans. Trojans lead by 1 in this one. Might not last longer as they get a steal. Sunderland tried to find Degrinson and not able to connect on that one. And full substitution coming back in for Briercrest, and we've seen a lot of that. They like to have these full substitutions, almost like a hockey sub, if you will.
Yeah, I've noticed that quite a bit. I think it might be their 3rd or 4th full sub here.
So inbound right now by Cartmel. She gets it in Finds Vanessa Cormier. Dangerous pass there, but she finds Macy Mulholland, who can't get it to go down. Cormier tries to save it. Now back on the attack come Briercrest. And they'll slow it down. Inside. Posting up down low, wanted it. Instead, they'll go for the three, and that one goes short as it's a big-time miss right there. They wanted that three to take the lead, and Daubenfeld not able to get it to go down.
We're really seeing the Clippers close up this gap here in the points. Just a matter of if they can get that ball in the net.
They've had a few opportunities and came close there, missing that three there. 20 seconds on the shot clock as Trojans will try to get a little bit of a gap here in their lead. Ball's inbounded. Nice pass inside. Mulholland, she goes up, gets it to go. Macy Mulholland,
Nice.
9 points for her now. .15 seconds on the shot clock, trying to look down into the paint right there for Jordans. Said they go up, walking in. Asia Wells, 5 points for her.
The Clippers are just closing, trying to keep this as tight as they can.
So the lead is in the grass for Briercrest, and the Trojans are trying to hold on to it. Their largest lead is 10. Pryor gets it inside to Cormier. She has 4, and she travels. And now an opportunity for Briercrest to take the lead back. They've started off the quarter on a 6-2 run. Gets it inside. Dish in the corner. 3 ball for the lead. No.
Oh.
Briercrest has been knocking at the door, but no one is answering just yet to take the lead away from the Trojans. Here's Baker, hands it off to Cormier. Cormier gets pickpocketed, shot clock winding down. Baker for 3, can't get it to go. Trojans get the rebound by Macy Mulholland. She goes up, she's fouled, and Macy will go to the get a chance to go to the line and shoot 2. Hope Jordans picks up the foul. That'll be her 3rd, so now she's getting a little bit of foul trouble in her own right.
Well, with the Trojans only 1 point ahead of the Clippers, this is not what the Clippers want right now.
Absolutely not. And Macy able to knock down that one. 10 points now for Macy Mulholland in this one. And able to knock down that one. So Mulholland now in double digits and gets that Trojans lead back to 3. Briercrest cutting through. Try to get inside. There was Asia Wells, but she's fouled and she'll get a chance to go to the line and shoot 2 herself. And again, full platoon swap for Briercrest.
Just trying to keep their lineup fresh here.
Yeah, that's what I was going to bring up. It's a great point there, Reese, of sometimes some coaches do this. Sometimes they do 1 sub at a time, 2 subs at a time. Briercrest obviously going with that full swap. And like I said, it's kind of like a hockey shift where you get full lines. And it talks too, this is why Briercrest is 6-1, because they have so much depth and they have the ability to do that with these different line shifts.
For sure, and we're seeing them catch up quite quickly to the Trojans. So something's got to be working for them here.
They haven't been able to take the lead just yet. They've been knocking at the door at the 1-point lead and get a steal. We've seen this before. Here's Martins, whips it across. Going for the 3 in the lead. They got it! Melissa Ellis, 7 points and knocks down the 3 ball. And the Briercrest Clippers, who trail by as much as 10 to the Trojans, now have the lead here midway through the 3rd. Bounce pass inside.
A lot of energy on court. The Trojans are not happy with Briercrest taking the lead here.
And Amber Fickner with a big-time denial down low. 9 seconds on the shot clock for the Trojans to get something to work. Trying to get it in. And miscommunication there leads to a turnover, and Briercrest brings it in. Drop of a dime, and finding Brooklyn Martins, and she gets to the go for 2. And then a foul there by Melissa Ellis. Now she has 3 fouls, so foul trouble starting to mount up in some different areas now for the Clippers, as now that's 3 on Ellis. Baker leading it up for the Trojans here in transition as we hit the halfway mark of the third coming up. Try to thread the needle inside, but Libert not able to hold it. Martins in the corner once again for a 3. Can't get that one to go. Good job there by Ellis, chasing it down and resetting in the offense for the Briercrest Clippers. Shot clock winding down though. Martins gets it inside and can't get that one to go. Fight for the rebound. And Monroe comes up with it for the Trojans. And then a jump ball. And possession stays with the Clippers. So fighting are these Clippers right now. Ava Curl will check in. Remember with Ava right now, Reese, she has those 3 fouls, so she's got to be careful.
Absolutely. Something you want to keep an eye on there.
Yes, you do. They get it inside in the paint. Can't get it to go.
Just
Curl
missing.
trying to get the rebound, but gets poked away there by Sunderland. And then can't make the opportunity there that they had for the open layup. And Mulholland comes back on the other side. Trojans cut it to 2. Almost a steal there, gets it back out. Martins was thinking 3. She goes around. Kind of got undercut there by Ava Curl. Passed ahead again. Swatted away there by Durkinson. But Mulholland able to get it, and we got ourselves a tie game. Trojans take back the lead, 15 for Macy Mulholland.
Another good shot by the Trojans. Game is tied once again.
It's been back and forth between these two teams. And then stepping on the line, so ball will go back to the Trojans, and once again, another quick sub here for the Clippers. And a timeout for the Trojans. We are tied up 44-44. You're watching ACAC basketball on ACAC TV.
Coming back on, we're going to be starting right over by Trojans. Ball here. Quick, nice dodge. Through, passing over. And around. Just a bit of a fumble with the ball going right over to the Clippers. Coming in. Just looking for somebody to pass to here. Bringing it through. Another fumble. That's a race to see who can get it. Pass over.
It continues to be a tight one right here. And that's a 4th foul on Ava Curl. And we talked about, Reese, you got to keep an eye on that.
Oh, yeah. Not what you want to see.
Matashevsky will shoot right now. Missing that one. Matashevsky 2 points so far in this one, trying to add a few more. Also has a rebound and an assist to her name. Able to knock down that one.
Just
So a
breaking
narrow
them out this
lead.
tie here, putting the Clippers 1 point ahead of the Trojans.
It's been a close one right here. Mulholland, who's been the star here in the third for the Trojans, pass it back out to Baker. Baker gets inside.
Oh,
Can't get that one to go as she tried to find Liebert, who can't make that one to go. Matuszewski, she loses the ball to Baker. Baker,
oh, fumbling the ball a little bit there.
a little bit too high on the dribble.
All right. Let's just see if they can keep up this energy.
Baker dishes it off, steps out of bounds, does Emily Cartmel, and the ball goes back to the Clippers. Matuszewski dishes it inside to Kendall Evans. Trying to look down low, gets it back. Was thinking three there, didn't go for it. Up and, oh no, not gonna go down right there. Baker.
Baker is quick on her feet as she brings that over.
She almost tried to thread it in there to Monroe, but not able to make it work. And now brought up by Asia Wells in the backcourt. It's all ball movement, trying to find something inside. They do look inside, but it gets tipped away. Comes right back up, look for the three. Can't get the three to go down there, look by Batty. And then a jump ball.
We have a fight to get a hold of that ball there before the whistle.
And more subs coming in on both sides right now.
Only a minute and a half left in this third quarter here. And they are neck on neck here.
That they are, Reese. It's a tight one right here at the bubble. Trojans trying to find their third win. And Briercrest trying to keep the one-loss season just at that, one loss. After a rousing halftime speech by their coach, they came out guns a-blazing here in the third and have shown that. Here's the three.
Oh.
Can't get that one to go.
Oh, going right over to Briercrest.
Inside. Pryor with some tight D. And it's good enough to force a travel right there against Amber Fickner. So Trojans will inbound it. Stuck half court with a double team. Cartmel tries to get it out. They're not going to get 8 seconds. And solid D by the Briercrest Clippers leads to a turnover as the Trojans can't get past the 8 second. Second time that's happened to the Trojans this evening. Almost stolen there. Cartmel tried to get in the middle of the lane and try to find that extra pass for a three to Ellis. She's had a few of those. Gets it down low. Monroe, she's fouled, and she'll go to the line. Brooklyn Martins, she's fouled. She has 10 points so far and try to add a few more and widen the gap for the Clippers.
Let's just see what she can do here.
And her first attempt goes down. After struggling from the free throw line, they shot as low at 44% at one point. They've now surged it up to 65%. And the old broadcaster's jinx there as they miss that. Now passed ahead is Mulholland. Finds Baker in the backcourt. Baker gets it back to Mulholland. And give and go. Baker, three ball, it's a trade, baby! And then stolen away, and the ball will go back. I believe the possession to the Trojans, were they saying? Are they going to change the call? Yes, it is Trojans ball with a fresh 24. We're under a minute here, and Trojans have gained the lead back. They just won't back away.
No, they won't. And that's something the Trojans are really good at. Not backing down. Keeping up with that fight.
That one, turnover you can't have. Miss. Martins up and in. Brooklyn Martins continues her fantastic play. 13 now for Martins. fourth-year player from Saskatchewan. Time ticking away here. They go down into the post, gets it back to Mulholland. Mulholland in the corner. Here's another three. Can't get that one to go down. Fight for the rebound. Trying to widen that gap as the Clippers come downhill. A jump ball. And the position stays with Briercrest. Shot clock turned off. Briercrest only lead by 1. Trying to widen that gap before we go into the next quarter. Stolen away! Baker throws up a Hail Mary shot. It's all she could really do. It was a back and forth quarter, but a 17-11 third quarter for Briercrest, and they lead this one by 1. You're watching ACAC basketball on ACAC TV. Trojans have came so close. One of the best games the Trojans have played, but you got to finish it off in the fourth.
Absolutely. That's what this is here. Just a fight to win.
Ellis can't get that one to go down. Passed ahead, finds a near wall, a near, up, and can't get it to go. Baker had the right idea with the outlet pass, but unfortunately a near wall not able to connect. Trying to sneak it inside, they do. And they'll get a chance here to go to the line and get it back to a 3-point lead as Amber Fickner will shoot at the line. Fickner so far in this one is 4 for 4 now from the charity stripe, so she has made it work when she's been able to get there. And that one will also go down for her. Three-point lead now for the Clippers in this one. A near wall, passed it off to Baker. They're going to need the two of them to start finding their groove offensively. Speaking of Baker, three ball by Brooke Baker. Speaking, you shall receive as she knocks down the tray. Briercrest tried to come back and answer with a tray underneath. Can't get it to go. Rebound by Baker. Leading it up. Trying to get the Trojans back to lead, but a turnover as Brooklyn Martins drops a dime off the steal and finish for two inside as Amber Fickner, 9 now for number 8.
Just breaking this tie once again.
That was because of some tight defense there by the Clippers. Near wall. Goes in, takes the contact. Nothing going. Passed ahead. Here comes Eve. She goes up. She can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. And a travel. Ball will go back to the Trojans. You can't ask for it to be any better than this. It has been a tight one here at the bubble. 52-50 right now. Clippers in the lead. These two teams will meet again tomorrow at 1 o'clock for tip at the Jack Simpson Gymnasium. Mulholland trying to find some room, dishes it off. Baker for three, no good. Rebound by Sunderland. And then a kick ball, but the possession will stay with Briercrest. They're going to say nothing came off the shot clock either. So now ball brought up by Sunderland. Sunderland with 6 points, could have had a lot more. She's been a force on the defensive side, just missed a few layups. Try to hand it off to Brooklyn Martins. She does. The shot clock winding down on Briercrest. Gets it inside and steps out of bounds. Possession go back to the Trojans. And once again, that full swap coming in for the Briercrest Clippers. Ball's in. Pryor gets a hold of it. Baker with the crossover. Leads it. Here's a jumper. No good, overshot. Ball will stay with the Trojans. Baker with 15 points. Inbounds the ball to Anir Wall. Anir has those 3 fouls, so keep an eye on that. And Anir is fouled, but wasn't during the shooting side of things, and I believe that's just the first team foul on Briercrest in this one. It is. Matuszewski picks up the foul. That's 3 now on her. So you mentioned some foul trouble adding up for different players on the Clippers. Got to be careful going forward here. Here's a near Wall. Wall up under.
Oh,
nice smooth finish by a near Wall. Ellis with a little hezzy there. Pass down low to Jordans. Jordans in the corner, was tipped out of the reach there as Batty gets it back. And Anir trying to get aggressive again to get the steal. Now 8 seconds on the shot clock. Tie game, 52 apiece. Substitution's going to come in for the Trojans. Cormier will check in for SAIT. Give Essie Pryor a seat. Eight seconds on the shot clock. 6:56 left here in the fourth. Drive to the hole, untested. Asia Wells walks in. 9 points now for Asia Wells. And then Ellis gets a steal. Ellis goes down low.
Here.
Yeah, absolutely. There's going to be a foul. Trying to inbound, and they do. Here comes Mulholland. Mulholland gets it inside. And Nearwall was thinking 3. Nice crossover, tries to find some room. Off the glass, hooping the harm. But it's going to be a traveling call on a near wall, they're going to say. So a tough break there for the Trojans. Thought they had a chance to take the lead at the charity stripe. Instead, got to go back on defense.
Unfortunately, only being 2 points behind Briercrest right now as well. Not what you want to see from the Trojans.
No, I'm not sure what the officials saw there. I thought she had the crossover and clicked at her dribble, but officials must have thought she took a few steps in. And nonetheless, it's Briercrest ball. Ellis. It's a down low. Wells driving in. And she travels, so 2 travels deserve each other. And it will be Trojans ball. The near wall handle it in the backcourt and bring the Trojans up here in transition. Wall going coast to coast, up, under, and in. A near Wall says, I'll get my two back the hard way, but the easy way for her.
That's the second one we saw from her, shot just like that.
And then a pick right there, passed ahead from Brooke Baker, who just had the steal. She'll step back and reset the offense. Here's a near Wall, mid-range, Jay is good. A near Wall is in fuego right now. A near Wall taking my breath away and the crowds. Stolen away, guess who? A near Wall who's all over the court right now, Reese. And that leaves it in Baker's hand. Here's Cormier, divided on that line. Gets it to a near Wall. She can't be denied. A near Wall, an assassin for the Trojans right now. 14 points, timeout. You're watching ACAC basketball on ACAC TV. Anir went to the bench with those 3 fouls, sat for a majority of time, but she stayed ready.
And we saw Wall quite a bit during that first quarter, and then she kind of disappeared for a little bit, but she came back strong.
Yes, she did. And we're looking to lean on her a lot more. Sunderland under the basket, gets it down to Brooklyn Martins. Martins, Brooklyn in the house. Lean her in for 2. Now ahead, here comes Anir Wall, who's had the hot hand. She throws it up, and she's fouled, looking like she's thinking she's MJ or something, trying to jump from the foul line there.
That was called on Clippers number 9, Dory Sunderland.
So Anir now will shoot 2, 14 points for Anir Wall.
First personal foul on Sunderland.
And Wall can't get that first one to go, trying to get to 15 points. Trying to get the Trojans lead ahead, more importantly, as we're over halfway through this fourth quarter, Reese.
All right, see what you can do.
Can't make the free throws. And Sunderland bringing it up. Briercrest trying to get their lead back. Biggest lead for them, I believe, has been 4. Trojans has been 10. Inside, tried to thread it in. Can't find the pass to Fickner. And that means it's Trojans ball with Baker finding Mulholland.
Back with the Wall.
Wall for the 3. Can't get it to go. This crowd would have exploded. Preferably popped the bubble if that 3 would have gone down.
Number 20, S.E. Pryor.
4:34.
A lot can happen in such a short amount of time here.
We've seen Briercrest be able to fight back, not just in this game, but many times this season. That's why they're 6-1. And off to Brooklyn Martins. Here's an open look for 3. Can't get it to go. Wall tried to go for the rebound. Keeps on fighting. Goes off of her. Will stay Briercrest ball with 14 seconds, on the shot clock. Inbound the ball. Try to go down low, trying to find Martins. And an S.E. Pryor steal. Pryor holds on to it, gives it to Anir, and Baker will reset up the offense. Baker stops, pops, can't get the three to go down.
Just barely.
A 5-point lead will take a lot for you right now. Durkinson, she can't get it to go. And a rebound by Baker. Baker gets it out there to a near wall. She's stuck. Time is winding down. They got to get it over, and Nessie Pryor does. Now here is Baker, 15 points for her. Mid-range, Jay can't get that one to go for the lawn too. Trojans staying aggressive defensively. Durkinson passes ahead. Martins, get it out of here! Get that! And a near wall, doing it on both sides, playing defense, playing offense, and a huge block right there.
Absolutely, she is really taking over this last quarter here.
Doing it on both sides. You look for your players to do that. Now, a near down, getting the jump ball. Ball will stay with Briercrest, but she's just all over the court right now.
3:10 left to go in the fourth. 58-56, the Trojans lead.
Trying to get it inside. The Trojans won't be denied right now, not letting anything get into their territory. Substitution, Ava Curl checks back in. Remember, Ava Curl in foul trouble in her own right, so have to keep a look there on Ava, who has 4 fouls right now. Spin off, trying to find some room. Ellis for the 3. Bullseye! Melissa Ellis. 10 points for Melissa Ellis. Another big 3 when they've needed it. She's dialed it up for them. And Briercrest takes back the lead. Trying to get the steal. Jumping on the floor right there is Asia Wells. But they get it back. Macy, mid-range. Jay gets it to go. 3 minutes left here in the fourth. Back and forth we go.
3 minutes left, and the Trojans have taken the lead once again.
And they get it inside. And it's a jump ball. Possession to the Trojans. I mean, for your first basketball broadcast, can't get much better than this, Reese.
Absolutely not. These girls have been putting on quite a show here. All this back and forth.
So the Trojans lead by 1, 2:53. 3 team fouls for the Clippers, 1 for the Trojans. Ava Curl has 4 fouls, so keep an eye on her. Try to pick off to a near wall who's had the hot hand. Trojans trying to get a little bit of a gap right now.
Not being able to find it.
Gets it
nice
down
pass.
to Baker. Baker, mid-range, Jay, no good. Tried to fight for the rebound, but Asia Wells comes up with it. Briercrest gets it passed ahead, off the glass, 4-2. Hope Jordans gets her first 2 points at the most important time for the Clippers as they take a lead now, 61-60 with 2:11 left here in the fourth. And Hope Jordans will come off, but huge 2 points, like I said, her first 2 points of the game, but they came at a huge time for this Clippers squad. We're just not sure what the officials are double checking on. I think we're just double checking on fouls potentially here. So it's a 1 point lead, 2:09 left here in the fourth. And more subs are going to come in here for the Clippers. Because the original subs were not allowed, so they had to switch off the subs and try to get the inbound pass there. Trojans do get it, but it looked for a second like they may not.
Baker just trying to find out where to go here. Coming in hot.
There's a foul, so shooting 2 will be Brooke Baker. She has 15 points so far in this game. And Brooke so far 3 of 4 from the charity stripe, and now those subs come in for the Clippers. And Brooke Baker, first attempt goes down, and once again we're tied. Unfortunately, we don't have our statisticians keeping track of ties and leads, but there's been a lot of them, Reese.
There sure have been.
And now trying to take the lead back for SAIT, and she gets it.
There it is. SAIT now leading by 1 point.
So 62-61. Martins dishes it off in the corner. So foul will be against Brooke Baker. That'll be Baker's second foul, and 2 team fouls now. Trojans lead 62-61. 16 seconds on the shot clock. Gets it inside, stolen away.
Oh!
Baker holds it, gets it back. And they have to fix the shot clock right there after the steal because the shot clock didn't fully reset. So it will be Trojans ball. They're just fixing the shot clock right now. 1:42, Trojans lead 62-61. Briercrest very close to the bonus right now, having 4 fouls. Trojans have 2 fouls. Big possession right here for the Trojans. Really want to give them a little breathing room instead of going back and forth with this 1-point lead situation.
Absolutely. If Briercrest can just halt with the fouls a little bit in these last minute and a half here, that's what I think they'll be aiming for.
That's what they obviously want to do, because 1 more foul for Briercrest and the Trojans will be shooting the rest of the way. It'll be a full 24 on the shot clock for SAIT. Having a conversation now. The change is to 19 now. So 19 on the shot clock after the steal, changing over.
All right.
91 seconds left here. Trojans trying to find their 3rd win of the season and add a 2nd loss to this Briercrest Clippers team.
Just trying to figure out where to go here.
Anir dishes it off. Macy for 2, knocks it down. 19 points from Macy Mulholland, and Trojans lead by 3. Martins banging, swinging, turning, can't convert it. Rebound by Anir Wall. Wall
All right.
trying to go in an ISO situation
just
right
trying to get
now.
around here.
Looking for a pick. Doesn't get it. Shot clock winding down. And Fickner's going to pick up a foul. And that's going to be the 5th. And that means the Trojans should be shooting. So a little bit too aggressive there. You talked about it earlier, Reese. They had to stay out of the foul trouble. Fickner gets a little bit too aggressive there.
And this is exactly what they were warned about during the intermission.
And she stays too aggressive there. And now Trojans try to make it a 2-possession game. And not just yet. Anir missing that conversion right there on the attempt. Anir so far 4 of 6 from the charity stripe in this one.
Right here can be a make or break for the Trojans.
Absolutely. No bigger than this one right here.
Nice.
Gets it to go down. So a 5-point lead now for the Trojans. 51 seconds left. You're watching ACAC basketball on ACAC TV. So we get ready here in the final 50 seconds right here. Briercrest definitely not out of this game yet, just a 4-point game, but a huge possession right here for the Clippers.
It's a very small amount of time, but so much can happen in 50 seconds.
They'll inbound it from the side, and they'll have Batty as the inbounder. Trojans with just 2 fouls, so they're not in danger of being in the bonus.
There they go.
Sunderland guarded by Wall. Shot clock under 10. Throws up a shot denied. Essie Pryor comes up big defensively, getting a block. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Trying to get it in. They get it in. Find Martins. Martins pump fakes over Pryor. Martins goes up off the glass for 2. Brooklyn Martins with 17 points. Now you need a defensive stop. And the last thing you wanted was that. You did not want a foul. But a near wall has split her last 2 attempts at the line. If she splits again, with 34 seconds, it'll be just a 1-possession game.
Once again, another make or break for the Trojans.
You need to knock down both, and that's not going to happen. So crucial free throw right here by near wall to make it a 3-point game. 29 seconds left here in the fourth. And Anir splits once again. So it's a 3-point game. You don't necessarily need to get the 3, but they'll look for it. Martins going down in the paint. Passes it off. Down low. Almost stolen away. It's a jump ball. I believe it is still Briercrest possession. And there's a foul down low. So resets the shot clock. 14 seconds on the shot clock. And it'll be a timeout. You're watching ACAC basketball on ACAC TV. So Reese, a big possession here for Briercrest. 15 seconds left here in the quarter. You don't necessarily need to get the 3. You can still get the quick 2 and foul with yourself being in the bonus. So we'll see what coach racks up right here. But either way, a do-or-die level possession right here for the Briercrest Clippers. Need a bucket no matter what it is, rather be a 3 or a 2.
Absolutely, and we've seen a lot of really good playing from the Trojans today as well. By far, one of their best games, if not their best game this season.
Yeah, defensively, they have been an absolute juggernaut defensively in this one, and almost had it right there, almost had the steal. Instead, they pick up the foul there, but staying aggressive, like I said, too. Trojans can play a little more risky right now. You have those 3 fouls, so you can be a little bit more aggressive, unlike the Clippers. You talked about it earlier, Reese, before they got into the bonus. Right now, obviously, fouls not a friend for the Clippers, but for the Trojans, you got a little bit of wiggle room if you're going to be a little more aggressive for a foul right now.
And it'll be interesting seeing what route they have to take here in the last 15 seconds.
So 14 seconds on the shot clock. Really only a second between game and shot clock right now. Briercrest came into this game 6-1, trying not to lose to the Trojans. Martins gets it down to Sunderland. Curls around. 3-pointer. No good there by Batty. Fight for the ball. It's a jump ball, but that will be Trojans' possession, I believe. No, it's still Briercrest. So 5 seconds. And I talked about before, you didn't need the 2, Reese. I mean, didn't need the 3. Now you need the 3. And coach is going to talk it out. They had the possession they wanted right there. As you saw, they got that curl off to Batty for the look. But once again, SAIT Trojans playing really good defense.
This is a tough one here.
And it is. And now you only have a quick 3 seconds. So obviously, coach right now is going to that timeout. And he'll do his best off the inbound here to try to set up for a 3 and tie the game. The other thing you want to try to do is maybe try to get a foul so you go to the line. Either way, this is the game more than likely right here. Either the Briercrest Clippers find a 3 right here, or the Trojans will pick up their 3rd victory of the year, and Briercrest will fall to 6-2.
Yeah, I think we can see which way this is leaning.
Briercrest coming into this game 6-1 near the top of the ACAC. We're hoping to keep it that way. And these two teams, as exciting as this game was, they'll go right back to it even less than 24 hours from now. They'll be at the Jack Simpson at 1 o'clock tomorrow. So here we go. 3 seconds left. Briercrest will try to tie this game and send it to overtime. If not, the Trojans will pick up their 3rd victory of the year.
And they're off. Let's see what you can do. Oh!
And it's no good. Trojans ball. She steps out of bounds. Unbelievable. Wow. They got the 3 off, but she steps out of bounds. Unbelievable. Everything was exactly to the point you wanted if you're Briercrest, but she stepped out of bounds.
Man, under such a time constraint as well.
So the Trojans will call a timeout here. Only a second came off the clock there, Reese. So the Trojans are going to call a timeout just to make sure they can get the ball in correctly.
And 2 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, just 2
Wow.
seconds. I mean, I've seen a lot of games. It doesn't get much more frustrating than that. You call the exact play you want, you get the shot to go down, but you step out of bounds. And
aside from that off step.
Oh, it wasn't out of bounds? Okay, we're getting told it was a foul there instead. We thought it was an out of bounds, but it was a foul they're calling.
Point is, it does not look like that shot counted.
Because they're in the bonus and they're not shooting. On an offensive, they don't shoot. Okay, I wasn't sure. They had 6. Isn't it over 6 you get to shoot? Isn't it over 6 you shoot? No, I didn't. It looked like. So correction there. It was a foul. So still got to inbound the ball here and make sure it's the correct inbound.
2 seconds on the clock.
The foul was against Brooklyn Martins, just for clarification as well. So my apologies. A little bit of confusion. Some were saying it was out of bounds. Some were saying it was a foul from our point of view. Officials are a little further down, so can confirm it's a foul on Brooklyn Martins. That was her third. The Trojans just got to get the ball in here. Just heave it up.
Oh.
And that's all you needed to do. The SAIT Trojans pick up their third victory of the year, and a tough loss for the Briercrest Clippers. They will fall to 6-2, and the Trojans will improve to 3-6, picking up a victory here.
What a win that was. I know the Trojans will be celebrating hard after this one.
They will be, but not too much time to celebrate as they're right back to it tomorrow at 1 o'clock.
Unfortunately. It'll be a good game tomorrow, though, that's for certain.
And we'll wait for our ACAC players of the game, the men of Troy, coming up next here. I would assume Brooklyn Martins for the Clippers, and for the Trojans, a near wall, but we will wait and see.
I was going to say the exact same thing.
There you
if
go.
Near wall doesn't get it for the Trojans, there's a lot of good playing, but we saw some great back-to-back shots for her.
So we'll see who gets the players of the game here. A solid game, a heartbreaker for Briercrest, a foul there at the end.
Well,
play was drawn up where they wanted.
Briercrest 2-game win streak as well.
Yeah, that comes to a loss, to an end, as well. Brooklyn Martins, 17 points, picking up the player of the game.
There she is.
And a near wall, obviously. She was just absolutely dominant in that fourth quarter.
Very, very good.
Doing it on both sides of the ball. So Trojans win this one 66-63. They pick up their third victory of the year. As I mentioned, both these teams will be back at it tomorrow. Tip-off scheduled for 1 o'clock. That game will be at the Jack Simpson. For Reese, I'm Josh. Until next time, folks, cheers and enjoy the games, people.
Have a good night.
All Trojans games live streamed on ACAC TV. Up next, the men's basketball Trojans will take on the Clippers as well.